What if I told you Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi weren't the only Jedi to defeat Darth Vader in a duel? We know this from the Marvel Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith comic series. Kirak Infil'a was a Jedi Master who lived between the High Republic and the final years of the Galactic Republic. At some point in his life, he took the Barash Vow, which was an oath that required the Jedi to completely withdraw from the Order and devote themselves solely to the Force in search of a deeper understanding. In many ways, this allows those who took the vow to reach an incredible untapped potential. We saw another example of this in the Acolyte, where Master Torben had taken the same vow. When Order 66 was executed, Kirak Infil'a wasn't an active member of the Jedi Order, allowing him to avoid the initial purge. He remained at a remote Jedi monastery on the river moon of Aldalim, continuing his training with the monastery's Jedi training droid, Erix. At the time of Order 66, Infil'a felt the deaths and suffering of countless Jedi, but he still refused to break his vow and intervene. Meanwhile, the newly appointed Sith Lord Darth Vader was given a mission by Palpatine, which was to find the Jedi, claim their lightsaber, and bleed their Kyber crystal to create his first Sith lightsaber. Vader's droid helped him search archives, and they stumbled upon an abandoned Jedi space station. Vader then discovered the location of Kirak Infil'a and felt hunting a Jedi who took the Barash Vow would be much easier to find than one that didn't, so he set out to hunt him down. As Vader arrived on world, Infil'a sensed a presence and ordered the droid Erix to activate the defense systems. The systems worked as they crippled Vader's ship, but he was still able to land and survive the initial attack. The two finally met face to face, and Kirak asked a question that he already knew the answer to, which was, were you the one who killed the Jedi? Vader's response to this was attacking him with the Force choke. At that very moment, Infil'a declared that his Barash Vow was complete and challenged Vader to meet him at the top of a mountain. Opening massive floodgates, Infil'a unleashed tons of water down onto Vader. While the water engulfed Vader, he would survive this by parting it with the Force, only to be attacked again as Infil'a released a swarm of Raptorans, which these birds dealt heavy damage to one of Vader's cybernetic legs, but eventually Infil'a would recall them. As Vader neared his way towards Infil'a, he would hurl massive rocks at him. Erix would step in as another line of defense, but Vader ripped off one of the droid's arms, took its weapon, and threw Erix off of the mountain. It was at that point when Infil'a also realized that Vader wasn't simply looking for a duel, he was in search of something, and that was his lightsaber. The two engaged in a very intense battle, but Vader was already damaged, so Infil'a would seize the opportunity and was able to force push Vader off the mountain, which he believed he put an end to the Sith Lord once and for all. Believing he had won, Infil'a would travel to Ambalar City, where his ship had been stored for years, and they needed to do maintenance on it with how long it's been inactive for. While doing the service on his ship, what no one realized was Vader still survived. He landed on a rock near Erix and salvaged the droid's parts to repair his own cybernetic leg and other damages to his body. A little while later, Infil'a sensed the same dark presence that he did earlier. Seeing Vader at top of a massive dam, he knew they were about to engage in another fight. As they fought on top of the dam, local police opened fire, and Vader hurled them aside with the Force, but being the Jedi that he is, Kirak would save the officers with the Force. Vader, being the evil mastermind that he is, understood a key weakness of Kirak, and he used the Force to shatter the dam's massive water tanks, threatening the entire civilization below. Kirak is now faced with a choice of either finish Vader or save all the civilians. Without hesitation, Kirak would help the civilians by holding back the water. This is where Vader would strike, and he would force choke Master Infil'a. With his final breath, Infil'a was begging Vader to spare the civilians, but instead, Darth Vader, full of rage, broke even more water tanks. The battle was over, Infil'a was defeated, and Vader threw Kirak's lifeless body into the water along with the rest of the civilians. Now Vader claimed Infil'a's lightsaber and finally bled its Kyber crystal, creating his first ever Sith blade. So while Kirak Infil'a was defeated by Vader, his story is still one of the coolest in my opinion, and he is one of my favorite Jedi. So let me know in the comments below what you think about Kirak Infil'a. Use the Force on that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.